All right, it's going to start to get fun. Here we go. We are working with combined, combined areas of rectangles. So we have two rectangles, and we're going to add the areas together. So you find the area of this rectangle, then you find the area of this rectangle, and you add them together. Okay? So, same thing we were doing yesterday. We're just taking two rectangles, or Friday, and we're just going to put them together. Okay? So, Jen is visiting a botanical garden with her family. The diagram shows two rectangular sections of the garden. What is the total area? So, there's a rose garden and the herb garden. We got to find out what the area of the total distance is. So, let's kind of go so you can see there's two different ways we can do it. So let's do one way. Draw the rectangle on a grid paper, so you could draw it like this, and then find the area of the section. So area of the rose garden. The rose garden is up here, so we got a 3 by, what did it say? 8, 3 by 8. So what do? 3 times 8 is 24. So this is 24 square meters. See how you can write it that way? Or you could go meters squared. Both ways are the exact same thing. Now the herb garden, we have 7. This is not 7 right here. If you look up here, 7 starts from the very top and it goes to the very bottom. You have to be very careful with this. Not saying that the herb garden is 7 feet tall or 7 meters long, wide, whatever it is. We are on page 729. 729, if you are not there, get your book out, get it open, get it ready for this page so you can work along. All right? 729. Pause, go get it. All right, glad you got it. So, 7 is from the top to the bottom. We know this is 3. So what is 7 minus 3? 7 minus 3 is 4. So the distance for the herb garden is 4. But if you look over on this side, it also will tell you that the length of this is 4 and the length of this is 4. All right. So the area of the rose garden is 4 times 4, which is 16. So the area of the herb garden is 16 square meters, so meters squared either way. All right, so then you just take 24 plus 16, and that gives you 40 square meters. So the area of those two, the inside, is 40 square meters. All right, so let's jump down. Here's another way. It says the rose garden, you could just go base times height. So if we look at the rose garden, which was the top, it was 3 by 8. So you're just going to go 3 times 8, which is 24 square meters. And then you're going to go the herb garden, which is 4. Actually, let's start 4 here. 4 times 4, 16. So it's pretty much exactly the same way. This one's just not drawing a picture, whereas the other way was drawing a picture. Okay, same thing as Friday. We're just taking 2 of them and putting them together. All right, next page. Remember, as always, if I'm going too fast, slow down, ask me the question. I'll try and respond as you watch the video again. Okay, that's what I've told my son. Rewatch the video, rewatch the video. We watched it 4 times. He's like, oh, I see what I'm supposed to do now. Yeah, so Greg is laying carpet. Here's the rooms in his laundry room. Okay, the spaces are combined rectangles. What is the area? Well, it doesn't look like a rectangle. It is actually. Look at what they did here. You see what they did? They divided it into 2 rectangles by cutting it right here. And so then we did A and we did B, a smaller A and a bigger B. Is there another way you could cut it? You could cut it this way and you'll get the exact same answer. All right? Or, if you notice right here, they did the rectangle of the whole thing, even that cutout spot. So they did 16, because 16, oh no, it's not. You notice what I did? 16 only goes from there to there. The whole thing is 24, so you have to go 24 times 9. We'll get to that in just a minute, though. Okay, so let's come back up here to this top one. You could cut it this way. Let's stick with what they did. So we're looking at the small rectangle right here. The base, well, is 8. So what it says right there, so we have 8 times the height. What's the height of A? It is 9. So 8 times 9 is 72 what? What's our unit? Feet. So we got feet squared. All right, now you got to go to the rectangle B. Look at B. Well, it's not 24. 24 is the whole thing. You got to pay attention to this. We're only going to there. And so it's 16. And the height is right here, which is 17. It's not 9. 9 is the height of the small. You got to pay attention to where all these are. Okay, you got to pay attention. You may think this is 24, but it's not. It's the whole thing, all the way to the end. All right. So then 16 times 17, 16 times 17. Do the work. Don't make me do it by myself. 42. That's 11, 0, 6, 1, 2, 7, 272, 272. We're done. No, we're not. We found the area of B and we found the area of A. Now what do we have to do? We have to add the two areas. Oh, 270 feet squared. So 72 feet squared plus 272 feet. Those don't have to be little. Feet squared equals, let's get rid of this, 272, that's a 7 out of 2, and 72, you get 4, 14, 300, so you get 304, sorry, not 314, 344 square feet. Make sure my math was correct, and it is. Okay? Now the other way, well, let me just show you really quick. If we did it the other way, and we divided it, cut it in half like that, let me show you, we get the same thing. So let's call this C and this one D. So C is 16 times 8, because it's 8 here and 16 here. So that would give us, whoops, 48, that's 48. 48, so that gives us 12, 120, so that one's 128. I'm gonna write here, right here. And then we gotta find D, so that is 24 times 9. 24 times 9, which is 36, 18, 21. So we get 221, 216. I don't know where I got 221 from. Whoa. All right, so now let's add 216 and 128 together, and we get 344 square feet. It's the same way, it doesn't matter. Whichever way is easier for you as you're looking at the combined rectangles. The other way we could do is make one big, pretend like that's shaded in, one big rectangle. And we know that that's 24 times 9. So look, 24 times 9 is 36, 18. So we just did that one, didn't we? 200, sorry, I lost my 216. So it's 216. Now we find the area of the small little one. The one that we're going to, this one right here that we don't want, we got to find the area of that. Okay, what is the area of that right there? Well, what is the base? The base is 8. The height is 8. So we multiply those together and we get 64. Sorry, right here. All right, do we add them together? No, we don't add them together because this isn't a little bubble off to the side. It's actually something we're cutting out, so we have to subtract. So we're going to go 216, subtract 64. 216 minus 64. 6 minus 4 is 2. We can't subtract. We got to borrow. Now we got 11 minus 5, 6, which is 5. 1 minus nothing is. So the area of the inside of this is 152 square feet. What? That ain't right. What did we do wrong? We did something wrong. What did we do wrong? Oh, guess what we did wrong? Did you guys catch that a long time ago? Good thing I did it because it's easy to do. You ready? Is that measurement of the whole thing? It's not. It's only the measurement to right here. We didn't go all the way to the top. What is the measurement all the way to the top? It's 17. Way to go, Mr. Grimm. So we got to do 24 times 17. 7 times 4 is 28. 14, 16, 0, 1 times 4, and then 1 times 2. Add that up. 8, 10, 408. So you got 408. Now we're going to go 408 minus 64, and we should get the right answer that time. So 408 minus 64. Got to borrow from this, becomes 10. Borrow from the 10, becomes a 9. That, what? We don't have to borrow. What am I thinking? Let's start over. I don't know what I'm borrowing. 408, 64. You see how important it is to write things down? Your mind does stuff sometimes that you're not even thinking. 8 minus 4 is 4. 0 minus 6 can't. We do have to borrow that. That's a 3. It becomes a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 3. Is that the same number as what we got above? Woohoo! It is. We got it right this time. 344 square feet. Okay? Either way. You can do either way. Make sure you don't make that mistake. I'm kind of glad that I did that to show you that it's possible and it's easy. I didn't even think when I was doing it. So make sure you pay attention. Okay? A couple more and then it's on your own. So look at this rectangle right here, number 2. I'm going to blow this up so it's a little bit, so I have a little more room to work with. So number 2. It doesn't matter. You can cut this in 2 ways. You can cut it this way, or you can cut it this way. But you should get your pencil out and cut it in half so you know what you're doing, okay? I'm going to do this one right here. Now you got to be careful with this. It says 6 meters. Which one is it? It has no arrows. So it could be this one, or it could be this one. But let's look. If we go from the bottom all the way to the top, it's 9, and this is 3. So what's 3 plus something to give me 9? 6. So it definitely is this one. It is this. This whole thing is 12, but this is only 6. So 6 plus what equals 12? It is 6. So on this one, that 6 meters is both sides. It is this one, and it is this one. You got to pay attention and look at that. So let's make our cut right here. We're going to call this A, and we're going to call this B. So area of A, look at it. The base is 12, and the height is 3. So multiply that out, and you get 36 for A. So A, the area of A is 36. Now let's find B. Is it 9 times 6? No, 9 goes all the way to the top. We don't want all the way to the top. We only want the little one, which is 6, the base, and the height of 6. So that's 36. So the area of B equals 36. So now what do? We add those two together. So 36 plus 36 equals 72. 72 scientists. Oh wait, 72 millimeters squared. Okay? You can cut it the other way. If you did cut it the other way, you should get this answer right here. Let me check. Make sure. It's always good to check your work. And it is 72 millimeters squared. All right. Sorry, this video might be a little longer. All right. Whew. So now we got this one. Let's cut it right here. I'm going to go back to blue. I like blue better. We're going to cut it there. Look at this 18. This 18 is the whole thing. We're not going to use 18 on this one. So let's do, here's A and here's B. Well, let's look at A. What's the base of A? It is 10. So area of A. So we got 10 times the height, which is 9, which gives us 90. Okay? So A is 90. What about B? Look at B. How tall is B? It's 7. Times how wide is it? It is 8. What's 7 times 8? 56. So what do we do with 90 and 56? We add them together and we get 146. 146 what? Miles squared. 146 miles squared. Okay, next one. We're going to subtract on this one because if we didn't, we'd have to do 3 rectangles, A, B, which is all this, and C. You can, or you can subtract, not subtract, go A here, B here, and C here. Then you have to add 3 rectangles. You can do that. That'd be great to do, okay? Or we can make one big rectangle and then subtract the small rectangle, which is I'm going to do to show you how to do this, okay? So we're going to do the big rectangle. So we're going to say big and little. So the big rectangle is 8 tall and 16 wide is the base. So 16 times 8, that's 48, 128. So the big one is 128. And then the little one, look, it's 4 tall and how wide? 8. So 4 times 8 is 32. So take 32. So now what do? Well, we want to get rid of the little one. So we're going to go 128 and we subtract when we want to get rid of it because it's not part of what we're trying to do. See that? It's not part of it. Minus 32. 8 minus 2 is 4. We got to borrow, so that's a 0. 12 minus 3 is 9. 94. 94 feet squared. Let's check our work. And it, what the heck? Oh my goodness, you guys. Look at it, look at it, look at it. First one to reply and tell me what the correct answer is should get a prize of some sort. Because 94 is not the correct answer. But my only mistake was right here somewhere. Right here. So who's going to be the first one to reply and say, Mr. Grimm, the answer to number 4 is... You can either text it to me first or email it or make a message, or first one to tell me in our Zoom meeting today. If you watch this before our meeting. Okay, so this is not the right answer. Close, but just look at my subtraction. Tell me what the right answer is. That is not the correct answer. Okay. All right. So you need to do these now. work on these. So 5 and 6. This would be, well, let's zoom back out a little bit. This would be a good page to do if you wanted to, good practice. And then you need to do 13.3, and this is on page 731. Oh, this is 733. So you need to finish 731. You need to do 733 and 734 with 732 if you want for extra practice work. Okay? All right, you guys. Good job. Thank you. Remember, who's going to be the first one to reply to me? Tell me it's not 94. The correct answer is